How to add or subtract dissimilar fractions or fractions with different denominators using blocks. Example 1. 1/3 plus 1/2. Our goal is to divide each part of the first figure and each part in the second figure so that they will have the same number of equal parts. So in the first figure, we divide each part into halves, while in the second, we divide each part into thirds. Each figure has 6 equal parts. So with this, we can rename 1/3 as 2 out of 6, while 1/2 as 3 out of 6. If we put the two blocks together, we get this result, which is 5, 6. So, if we also add 2/6 and 3/6, we also get a sum of 5, 6. And since this is a proper fraction and reduced to lowest term, this is the final answer. Number 2, 5/6 minus 3/4. In the first figure, we divide each part into halves, and in the second figure, you divide each part into thirds. Both figures have 12 equal parts. So 5/6 can be renamed as 10 out of 12, while 3/4 can be renamed as 9 out of 12. If we are going to subtract the first figure by the second figure, we can get a difference of 1 out of 12. In the same way, 10/12 minus 9/12 is equal to 1/12, which is our final answer. How to add or subtract similar fractions using the least common denominator or LCD. Example 1, 1/3 plus 1/2. Their denominators are different, that's why they are dissimilar. We have to make them similar by finding its LCD or least common multiple. So list the first few multiples of 3 and 2. Based on the list, 6 is the least common denominator or least common multiple of 3 and 2. So we have to put 6 under the fraction bar, and let's get an equivalent fraction of 1/3 in terms of a denominator 6. So what will you multiply to 3 to get 6? Of course, it's 2. Do the same in the numerator 1. Let's go to 1/2. What will you multiply to 2 to get 6? Of course, it's 3. So do the same in the numerator 1. Multiplying them, we get 2 and 3. So since they are now similar, we can now add them. 2/6 plus 3/6 is equal to 5 out of 6. Number 2, 5/6 minus 3/4. Since the denominators are different, then the fractions are dissimilar, so we have to make them similar. So first, find their LCD. The first few multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, while 4 we have 4, 8, 12, 18, 24. Based on the list, 12 is the least common denominator. So what will you multiply to 6 in 5/6 to get 12? 2. Do the same in the numerator 5. How about in 3/4? What will you multiply to 4 to get 12? 3. Multiplying them, we get 10 and 9. So 10/12 minus 9/12 is equivalent to 1 out of 12 or 1/12. Number 3, 5/6 plus 4/9. Since the denominators are different, so the fractions are dissimilar, so we have to make them similar. Find the LCD of 6 and 9 by listing its first few multiples. So we get an LCD of 18. So in 5/6, what will you multiply to 6 to get 18? 3. Do the same in the numerator, and in 4 nines, we need to multiply both by 2. So we have our first numerator, 15, and the second is 8. 15 18s plus 8 over 18, we get 23 over 18. This fraction is improper, so we can change them to a mixed number by dividing 23 by 18. So how many 18s in 23? We get one group of 18s. So 23 minus 18, we get 5. So the mixed number here is equivalent to 1 and 5 over 18. So this is our final answer. Number 4, 6 nines minus 1/3. Since these fractions are dissimilar, we have to make them similar by finding the LCD or LCM of 9 and 3. Simply list down its first few multiples, and based on the list, we see that 9 is the LCD. So in 6 nines, the denominator is already 9, so we don't need to multiply. Instead, simply copy 6. In 1/3, we have to multiply both by 3 to get a denominator of 9. So we get a numerator 3. 6 nines minus 3 nines is equal to 3 nines, which can still be reduced by 3. So we have a final answer of 1/3. At this time, let's add mixed numbers with dissimilar fractions, method 1. Okay, the denominators are different, so the fractions are dissimilar, so we have to make them similar. Please bring down the whole number 1 and whole number 3. And then, let's find the LCD of 4 and 2 by listing its first few multiples. Based on the list, 4 is the LCD. Now, our first fraction is 3/4. Since it has a denominator of 4, we simply have to copy 3. But in 1/2, we need to multiply both by 2 to get a denominator of 4. So we have now mixed numbers with similar fractions, so we can now add them. 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. 3/4 plus 2/4 is 5/4. 5/4 is an improper fraction which can be changed to a mixed number by dividing 5 by 4. So we get 1 whole and 1/4. So bring down 4. Do not copy 5/4 anymore. Instead, you add 1 and 1/4, giving us the final answer of 5 and 1/4. Number 6, 7 and 3/4 minus 1 and 1/8. So again, the fractions are dissimilar, so we have to make them similar. Bring down the whole number 7 and the whole number 1. And then find the LCD of 4 and 8 by listing its first few multiples. Based on the list, our LCD is 8. Put 8 under the fraction bar, and then get an equivalent fraction of 3/4 in terms of 8. So obviously, we need to multiply 4 by 2 to get 8. So do the same with the numerator. So here, since the denominator is 8, we simply copy 1 whole. So 3 times 2, 6, and then just copy 1 whole. So we have similar fractions, and since we can subtract them, then let's subtract now the whole numbers first. So 7 minus 1 is 6. 6/8 minus 1/8 is 5/8. 5/8 is already a proper fraction and reduced to lowest term. Then 6 and 5/8 is our final answer. Number 7, 5 and 1/4 minus 2 and 3/5. The fractions are dissimilar, so we have to make them similar. Don't forget to bring down their whole numbers. Find the LCD of 4 and 5 by listing its first few multiples. And we see that 20 is the LCD. So in 1/4, we have to multiply both by 5. And in 3/5, we have to multiply both by 4 to get 20. So we have 5 and then 12. 5 over 20 cannot be subtracted by 12 over 20, so we have to rename 5 by subtracting 1 whole from it. So it becomes 4, and that 1 whole that we borrowed must be expressed or returned in terms of 20. So 20 over 20. So bringing down 4 and adding 20 over 20 and 5 over 20, we get 25 over 20. Or simply add 5 and 20. And then minus 2 and 12 over 20. So we get a final answer of 2 wholes and 13 over 20. Thank you guys for watching. Again, whatever problems we have, whether in math or in life, there is always one or more solutions that the Lord faithfully provides. Surely we cannot add nor subtract dissimilar fractions without making them similar. Likewise, we cannot resolve conflicts at home or in the workplace without establishing a common ground and similar perspective. This is Teacher Zilla reaching out to you from Cagayan de Oro, your Pinay math teacher.